All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a pivotal piece of enterprise artificial intelligence that you literally cannot afford to ignore. We are digging into part 5 of the tutorial MLOps Mastery, the Complete Production Machine Learning Handbook, put together by Virtualization Options LLC. They're a great technology research and advisory group out in Colorado. Now, this explainer is designed squarely for IT professionals and IT management to really give you a pragmatic understanding of MLOps fundamentals. Specifically, we're focusing entirely on Chapter 5 of the source material today: governance, security, and compliance. Think of this as setting up the absolute critical defensive shield around your enterprise AI. Because as you know, it's not just about making the models work anymore, it's about making them safe, legal, and totally auditable. Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. We're going to start with the high stakes of ML governance, move right into securing the network, and then enforce identity and access control. After that, we'll look at mandatory model documentation, tools for bias detection, and finally, mapping out an end-to-end audit lineage. Let's hit Section 1. The high stakes of ML governance. For a long time, machine learning was treated as this sort of experimental sandbox, right? Well, actually, scratch that. Those days are completely over. As models move into production, we have to pivot directly from theoretical science to the very real, very serious financial stakes of non-compliance. 30 million euros? Or up to 6% of your global revenue. That is the staggering maximum penalty under the European Union AI Act. I mean, that's enough to make any CFO drop their coffee. Effective in 2026, this is the reality for high-risk AI system noncompliance. This isn't just a slap on the wrist. This is a massive business imperative for IT leaders. Governance is absolutely a critical requirement for keeping the lights on. So what exactly triggers those kinds of penalties? The source material makes it super clear. If your AI impacts areas like credit decisions, hiring processes, or healthcare, it is officially classified as a high-risk system. And for those systems, the era of the black box algorithm is done. These new regulatory hammers mean your ML systems will face mandatory conformity assessments, strict human oversight, and formal incident reporting. You have to know exactly how your model makes its decisions, and more importantly, you have to be able to prove it. Section 2. Securing the ML network. So the crucial point is, understanding why we need governance is only step 1. How do we actually build this defensive shield? Well, we start at the very foundation of your infrastructure, the network perimeter. Your machine learning endpoints must follow the exact same, if not stricter, enterprise networking standards as your most sensitive databases. You've got to deploy all model endpoints inside private virtual private clouds, or VPCs. When you need data access, use VPC peering or a private link. Absolutely no public endpoint exposure is permitted. None. And of course, you must enforce TLS 1.3 end-to-end encryption for all inference traffic. At the end of the day, your models are literally only as secure as the network they sit on. Section 3. Identity and access control. Moving logically inward from that network perimeter, we have to strictly govern exactly which users and systems have permission to interact with our models. The key concept here is the strict separation of duties, and we enforce that through role-based access to the model registry. The source emphasizes that you need entirely separate IAM roles for different stages of the lifecycle. The identity, whether that's a human data scientist or just an automated service account that is responsible for training a model, can never be the same identity that has the permission to approve it or serve it in production. This structural separation is exactly how you prevent rogue deployments and ensure real accountability. And to back up those boundaries, audit logging is completely non-negotiable. Because when the auditors come knocking, they won't just take your word for it. They're going to look for this exact logging proof to verify that your IAM boundaries weren't breached. Every single model promotion, every time a model moves from staging to production, and every single data access event just has to be meticulously logged. Section 4. Mandatory model documentation. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we shift from infrastructure into the actual metadata and paperwork required for every single production model. Every model needs a model card stored in the registry right alongside its artifacts. Think of it as a nutrition label for your AI. It has to clearly state the intended use, and just as crucially, the out-of-scope uses. It must describe the training data and where it came from. You need to show evaluation results broken down by subgroup to actually prove fairness. And finally, you've got to document no limitations, failure modes, and responsible AI considerations. I want to read this quote directly from the tutorial because it perfectly hammers home the overarching takeaway for IT management. Quote, "The model registry serves as the system of record for audit trails, capturing who approved which model, when, and what evaluation evidence supported the decision." End quote. Your model registry is no longer just some convenient technical tool for the data scientists. It is your enterprise's legal system of record. Section 5. Bias detection and fairness. Advancing to the next layer of our defensive shield, we just talked about needing to document evaluation by subgroup and responsible AI. But how do we technically enforce that? Virtualization Options LLC evaluated the major platforms, and here's a neutral look at how the tooling breaks down. If you're on AWS, SageMaker Clarify gives you pre- and post-training bias metrics, plus SHAP-based feature attribution. If you're an enterprise on the Microsoft stack, the Azure Responsible AI dashboard integrates error analysis, fairness assessment, and causal inference right into Azure ML. Or if you're building custom open-source tools like Fairlearn, offer really powerful fairness constraints and disparate impact mitigation algorithms. Whichever route you choose, having one of these toolsets integrated into your pipeline is now just a baseline requirement. Section 6. End-to-end audit lineage. This is where we tie all these defensive practices together. We need to track a sensitive piece of data throughout the entire system, from ingestion all the way to a final prediction. But before data even enters that lineage graph, we have to protect it. The source highlights a critical safeguard here called differential privacy. This is a cryptographic technique used for highly sensitive training data. What makes it so incredibly powerful is that it allows for federated learning. This means multiple organizations can collaborate and train models on combined datasets without ever actually sharing the raw underlying sensitive data with each other. It's a massive breakthrough for privacy-preserving AI. And alongside advanced techniques like differential privacy, your standard data privacy controls still need to be rock solid. As data flows through your feature pipelines, automated PII detection and masking must be active. And, as always, data must be encrypted using AES 256 at rest and TLS 1.3 in transit. These aren't nice-to-haves, they are absolute baseline requirements. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what regulators will expect to see: a precise, 6-step full lineage graph. You must be able to trace a query backward from step 6, the actual prediction made in production, through the deployment configuration, back to the specific model version in the registry. From there, you trace back to the exact training run that produced it, the feature transformations applied, all the way back to step 1, the raw data snapshot. Your entire MLOps architecture has to be fully queryable across this entire lifecycle for any audit. Which leaves us with this final, really provocative thought. When the regulator, or even just your internal audit team, knocks on your door and asks to trace a specific prediction made today all the way back to the exact data snapshot and the specific developer who built it, will your architecture have the answer? Building this defensive shield isn't just about checking a compliance box, it's about having total, absolute confidence in the AI systems that are driving your business forward. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer of MLOps mastery, and keep learning.